Hello. In this video, we are going to discuss about a financial function called as rate. Before we implement this function in Power BI, let's try to understand what this function means with some definition and some simple examples in Excel. Here we have the definition and the syntax. Returns the interest rate per period of an annuity. So what is an annuity? Annuity is basically a fixed sum paid to someone over a period of time. So to better understand, let's quickly go to Excel and then with the help of an example, let's try to calculate rate. With the help of this example, let's try to understand the rate function. So I have two scenarios. One is investment scenario and the second is loan scenario. First, let's try to understand the investment scenario. Let's say person X wants to have $150,000 after 10 years. He can invest $850 every month for the next 10 years. What is the rate that is required to meet his goal? Okay, so with the help of this example, let's try to calculate the rate. So the present value, since he's making an investment every month, currently the present value is zero. He doesn't have anything invested. So he's planning to do it in for the next 10 years and he's investing $850 each month. And at the end of 10 years, that is the future value, he wants to have $150,000. And that's for 10 years. And every month he's doing it. So in a year, he's doing it 12 times. So with this information, let's try to calculate the rate. So Excel comes with a built-in function called rate. So n per. So it is the number of installments. So he's gonna make 12 installments for 10 years. And the payment. So the payment which is gonna make every month is 850. So it's in negative because it's a cash outflow for him and hence it's in negative. And the present value, he hasn't done any investment right now. So it's still zero. I can ignore it or feed in as zero. And after 10 years, he's expecting to have $150,000. So the future value is $150,000. And then let's say he makes the investment at the beginning of every month. So I'm going to use beginning of every month. And guess is optional. And you can leave it as blank. Or you can enter some realistic number, let's say 10% or 15% or whatever. But in this example, I'm going to ignore it. Okay. And then close the parenthesis and hit enter. So this is the minimum interest rate he should be getting on a monthly basis to achieve his target of $150,000. So let me multiply with 12 to annualize it so that I have the yearly rate. So we have 7.24. So basically it means to achieve his target of 150,000 with a monthly investment of $850 a month, he should be investing in securities or bonds which can give a minimum rate of return of 7.24%. So if we invest in any of the instrument with a minimum rate of 7.24 percentage, he will be able to achieve his dream or goal of $150,000 after 10 years with a monthly investment of $850. Okay, so this is how we can use a rate function. And now let's try to do a different scenario. So we have one more scenario called loan scenario. So again, we are going to calculate the rate function using this scenario. Let's say a person Y, he wants to borrow $50,000 to purchase a car, okay? And the terms are that he has to pay $600 a month for next 10 years, okay? This is his equated monthly installments. And what is the rate at which he's paying? So he's interested to know, okay, what is the rate he'll be paying, right? At what rate he is paying such $600. So the present value, he's going to get a loan of $50,000, and future value at the end of the 10-year, his loan amount should be zero. And installment amount, and if you read the terms, he has to pay $600 every month for the next 10 years. So it's in negative because it's a cash outflow, and he has to make the payment for next 10 years. And that's the reason it's 10 years. And number of payments per year. So he's doing a monthly payment every month for the next 10 years. So that's 12 payments per month. So by paying $600, what is the rate is being charged? Okay. So now let's use a rate function here, rate. And again, N per is number of payments per year multiplied by the period. So it's 10 years. So 12 times 10 and the payment. This is the monthly payment which is going to make, and present value. He's getting a loan of $50,000. So this is the present value. And after 10 years, his loan will be zero. Okay. Future value, I can input or ignore it. And type, let's say he's going to make the loan payment at the beginning of the month. So I'm going to use one. And guess, again, it's optional. And for now, I'm going to ignore it and close the parenthesis. And the rate which you are getting will be a monthly rate. So hit enter. So this is a monthly rate. And I can multiply this with 12 so that I get the annual rate. And 7.90, that's the rate. That's the rate at which he's going to borrow from the lender. So this is a concept of rate function, how to use rate. And now let's quickly go to Power BI and then try to implement this same function in Power BI. So I have this table in Power BI and I have two rows here, investment and loan. So for the investment, present value is zero and loan 50,000 and future value is opposite, and monthly payments and number of years and number of payments per year. So I have all this information, and let me go to the report here. So I have a slicer which has type loan and investment, and I have added a card here. So now let's try to calculate the rate. So I'm going to click on new measure and call this as rate equal to, I'm going to use the rate function here. So number of total payments, it's like 10 years into multiplied by 12, that is 120. So I'm going to use selected value from the fact table, number of years multiplied by selected value and number of payments per year. And then the payment, we have it here, selected value. What is the payment? Monthly payment. So this is a monthly payment. And then the present value, selected value. And the present value, we have it here. And then selected value. Then the future value, we have it here. And then type, it's at the beginning of the month. Okay, close the parenthesis, hit enter. And now let me convert this into percentage. Okay, so now if I bring this to the card here, and this is a monthly, so I'm going to multiply it by 12 to get my annual rate of interest. So this is the rate. So for the investment, he should be investing at a rate of 7.24 to achieve his target. And for loan, he's paying interest rate at 7.90% per annum. So this is how we can use a rate function both in Excel and in Power BI. Hope this video was helpful, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends or colleagues. Okay. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.